back to the Cards of Cthulhu with the Veil expansion, and we're on episode 4, so let's just get at it. I'll zoom down a little bit and we'll draw our 4 cards because we have no gates on the board. Alright, drawing our 4 cards, and you saw the huge pile of cards we still have left at the end of the last episode. Our 4 cards this time are, looks like, minions and a horror. So we have a 2 dice Cthulhu horror, and he's going to be sleeping because there's nothing on the Cthulhu board, so that's good. We have another cultist for our Awasa, that's going to be 2 up there. We have a Migo on the Yog-Sothoth board, and we have a Nyarlathotep laying spiders. That's it, so that's not a horrible draw this time. We have 4 experience points. And we have nothing to purchase. There's no cult cards going out. Cult powers. No horrors awake. We have 1 sleeping horror here. And it's time for combat. So very quickly, I'm going to do 1 attack, and we're going to start on the Cthulhu board. All we need is 2 dice, and we can get rid of this sleeping horror. So let's go to the dice tray and we'll roll it. Alright, so with a sleeping horror, of course, all we need is any 2 dice. I just don't want to roll a 1 on the red die. And I roll a 4. So 4, 4, and 2, it doesn't matter. We'll take the 2 and 4. And we defeat the sleeping horror. So it is destroyed. And that's going to give us 2 experience. We now have 6. It's excellent. And we're going to immediately spend 2 of it to do the hurry spell, which means we're going to get to attack once again. So let's take a look at our board and decide where we want to attack. Alright, so for our second attack, we're going to go after Yog-Sothoth again. We have a 9 minion and a Migo 6 minion, and we're just going to roll, I think, regular dice, or do we want to spend 1? I think we're going to spend 1 experience. We have 4. We're going to spend 1. It's going to give us 1 spirit die to add to our regular. So let's go to the dice tray and see if we can knock out that 9 and the 6. Alright, so we're rolling our 4 dice. Again, we don't want to see a 1 on the red. And we cannot re-roll that 1. But not bad. We get 2 5s, a 3 and a 1. That's just not quite going to cut it. I think I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this 3 because we can. Let's hope we get a higher number. We get a 4, and I think, is that going to be enough to help us out? I think it is. All right, let's take a look. We have a 9, we have a 6. So to defeat the 9, of course, we need 9. 5 and 4 is 9. And to defeat the Migo 6, a 5 and a 1 is 6. We destroy both of them. And that gives us 2 experience points, 1 for each. And that's the end of the turn. So let's go back and start another turn. All right, still no gates on the board. 1, 2, 3. So that means 4 card draw. And you can adjust the difficulty level of the game. If you want an easier game, you can do 3 card draw. If you want a harder game, you can do a 5 card draw. I find 4 is hard enough, but we've been very lucky so far. And this time we get another investigation, and we get a 2 dice horror for Yog-Sothoth. I'm glad we went over there and knocked out those 2 minions. And we get a Cthulhu cultist minion, and we get a Shognar Fog minion. So that's 3 minions on that board now. And nothing to purchase. And so we don't have any cult powers to place. We don't awaken any horrors because the Yog-Sothoth sleeping horror is not awakened because there's no minions. And now it is combat time, so we're going to take a look at another old man of Kingsport. While he seems normal enough, there's something about his eyes, his unsettling yellow eyes, and you realize you must leave now. So this is a little bit tougher. It's a danger 2, so if you roll a 2 or less on a die, you take a wound, or if a follower goes, they get destroyed. You need a 10. Save, discard any 3 gates. If there's 6 or more gates in play, again, we don't have any gates. Or we suffer a 4-point sanity attack, then discard this card. I wonder if we want to just have one of our guys suffer the sanity attack and be done with it. Because we might end up getting a wound. We might end up having one of these guys die anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to suffer a 4 sanity attack. So our ritualist went and checked out the old man at Kingsport, who actually took him out. So we're going to lose our ritualist follower because he's going to eat up our sanity attack. And that's going to be the end of that card. Then discard this card. So I did that because I didn't want him to investigate and end up losing it. I want to do 2 attacks this turn. I don't want one of them to be that card because I might end up getting a wound, because if I roll a 2 or less on this, I take a wound. And so now we get to attack boards. And the first board I'm going to attack, let's take a look at it. The first board I'm going to attack is right here, and that is going to be the CF board, and here we are with our 5 experience. And I'm going to not bother spending, or should I? No, I'm not going to spend any experience. I have 3 dice to roll. I need a 4, 3, and a 2, so the odds are pretty good. Again, we don't want a 1 on the red. Wow, my rolling has been exceptionally good this game so far. We have a 4, a 5, and a 6. So a 4, a 5, and a 6 can easily defeat the 4, 3, and the 2. These guys are destroyed, and that is going to give us 3 experience. 1, 2, 3. And with that 3 experience, we're going to immediately spend 2 to cast the Hurry spell, and we're going to attack again. And yes, we have the only thing on the Yog-Sothoth board right now is the Sleeping Horror. And so we're just going to roll right here, right now, and try and take out that Sleeping Horror. Again, we don't want a 1 on the red die. We get a 3, a 1, and a 4. It's good enough. We can take any 2 to destroy the unprotected Sleeping Horror. It is gone from the game, and that's going to give us 2 experience points. We now have 8 experience points at the end of this turn. We are doing exceptionally well, I say. Let's do another turn or 3. All right, no gates on the board. We're just going through the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's good. So we 4-card draw. And what do we have this time? Come on, let's get some more followers. No more followers, but we have possibility of buying some dynamite. But we have a bunch of minions coming out. We have a deep one up in Yog-Sothoth territory. We have a cultist leader here with Cthulhu. And we have another Bayaki at the CF board. So we don't have a ton of minions out and about, but it is now the purchase phase. And the question is, do I want to spend 5 of my 8 experience to buy the dynamite? And it doesn't cost anything to use it. It says discard this card to roll a 5 dice attack against any one cult board or investigation. And I don't think you get damaged with body die rolls on this one. I will have to check though. Or we can just say, you know what, we don't really need, boy, that's a lot of experience, 5 to buy. I think we're just going to skip the dynamite. Probably a bad move, but that gives us another experience for skipping. We have 9 experience now. It is time to attack some boards. So we're just going to attack the Cthulhu board right here to begin with. It has a 5 and a 2. Let's go over and roll some dice. Okay, we're taking on the cult of Cthulhu here, and we're dealing with 2 cultists, a cultist leader and a cultist. A 5 and a 2 is what we need. We roll a 3, a 5, and a 2. Not bad. So, of course, the 5 can defeat the cultist leader 5, and the 2 can take out the 2. We even had the 3 left over. That's going to give us 2 experience. So I'm going to take 3 away here, and we're going to get a 5. We are really racking up the experience like crazy. And we're going to take 2 of those experience immediately so that we can fight again. And we're going to clean this off, and we're going to take a look at the next board we want to tackle. All right, and we're going to take on our Wasa. He's got 2 cultists right now, so we're just going to go ahead and beat on him. I'm not going to buy any spirit dice. Just going to go down, we're going to roll, we're going to see if we can take out the 2 2s. Alright, so we use the Hurry spell, and we're attacking our Wasa, and we get a 3, a 6, and a 4. Again, my die rolling is just been stellar. So, of course, 2 2s. We take one out with a 3, one out with a 6, and gone. That's going to get us another couple experience. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 experience now. Excellent. On to the next turn. All right. I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't have bought that dynamite now. But anyway, let's go on. We have no gates on the board. So we're going to draw 4 cards. Let's see what we get. Why do I feel like we're just going to be getting into deep, deep trouble here anytime soon? All right, 4 cards. Again, wow, we get 2 followers and 2 cultists. So up at our Wassa board, we have a deep 1, 4, and a cultist. Well, we have 2 possible followers to hire. So this could be pretty cool. Let's take a look at them, because now it's the purchase phase, of course. Herbert West, Reanimator. He costs 4, which we can afford. He doesn't have any cost for his ability. When a follower is discarded, except when discarded from under this card, place it under this card. You may discard these followers as if they are 2 experience. So he basically reanimates your killed off or insane followers. We have a Madman. Okay, he costs 2 and 0. Embrace the chaos. Before checking for danger, add 1 to his investigation die roll. So he basically just gets a +1 on investigate for his die roll. And I think we're definitely going to buy the Madman. That's going to be 2 experience. Do we want to buy Herbert West? I think we're going to buy Herbert West as well for 4. So we have a 5, get 1 back, which still leaves us a lot of experience. And we have now an attack that we want to do. And I think we're going to start at the Arwasa board, which we just saw drawn. This time we have a deep 1, a 4, and a cultist. So we're just going to go right over and roll the dice. All right, so we're not going to buy any spirit dice. We're just going to go ahead and roll. We need a 4 and 2. And we get a 2 and a 4. So 4 and 2 and a 6 as well. So we have the 4 and the 2. Of course, the 4, the 2, we had a 6 left over. That's going to get us 2 experience. And with the 2 experience, I'm going to spend them right away. Sounds a bit silly, but I'm going to do it anyway. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take on the Nyarlathotep board. Let's have a look at it. All right, up at Nyarlathotep land, we have the Lang Spiders, a strength of 8. Just 1 minion, but we do want to get rid of it. So let's go to the dice tray. We're just going to roll our 3 dice and see if we can get rid of the 1 strength 8 Lang Spider minion. Okay, we're taking on Nyarlathotep's Lang Spiders. And holy man, am I rolling well. Wow, unreal. We may even win this game. I get a 6, a 5, and a 5. So we only have an 8 Lang Spider. We'll take the couple of 5s. Boom. Destroyed. And that's going to get us 1 more experience point. We have 6. All right. I think we're going to do another 1 turn anyway. Possibly 2. All right, no gates on the board. Feeling kind of confident now. I've got some good followers with me. Necronomicon, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Let's see what we get. Ho, ho. Yep, this could get ugly. Well, we have a gate appearing up in Yog-Sothoth land, which means we immediately draw another card. Oh, no. We have a gate appearing on our Wassa board. We'll put that up there, and that immediately draws another card. All right, so, and our Wassa, didn't we get rid of 1 of these? We did. Add 1 to the value of minions on the board. So we're going to put that up with our Wassa. And we have 3 other minions to place yet. Ooh, over at Yog-Sothoth now, we have 3 minions and a gate, and we have a Bayaki showing up at the CF for 2 minions. All right, nothing to buy in the purchase phase, but we do now have 2 gates on the board. And what are we going to do? I'm going to have to think about this, and then we'll come right back with my decision. All right, well, the obvious first choice of attack is going to be the Yog-Sothoth board. We have 4 minions, a 4, 2, and a 5, and we have a gate, and I'd like to get rid of all of it. So I'm going to spend, and remember now, minions protect gates. So I can't get rid of this gate by discarding 3 experience until we get rid of all the minions. And so, boy, what am I going to do? I'm going to spend 1 experience point to get 1 spirit die. And that's going to add to my regular. So let's go ahead and roll against that board. We have a 4, 2, and a 5, and a gate. All right, we're taking on Yog Sothoth here, the Cult of. I'm going to roll our 4 dice and see what we get. Well, we cannot re-roll the 1, but we get a 6 and a 6 and a 5, rolling incredibly well. What can I say? And so here's our minions. 5 is destroyed. The 2 is destroyed. The deep one destroyed. And that's going to give us 3 experience points right there. And now we're still on that board. And to get rid of this gate, we discard 3 experience. So we are destroying the gate by discarding the 3 experience that we just got by taking out the 3 minions. And for destroying a gate, we do get 1 experience back for doing it. Wow. Now, do I want to attack again? I've got a couple other things to do here. But I am definitely going to be spending 2 experience right now to do the hurry spell, which means we get to attack again. So let's take a look. Well, it's right here. We have 2 Byakis at the CF gate. So let me just clean out the rubble here. And we're going to immediately go ahead for our second attack and attack these 2. So we're just going to use our regular dice. 4, 3, and a 3. Continuing with the awesome rolls. 3. And we'll use the 4. Boom! Gone. Gets us 2 experience points. 1, 2. And I'm not even finished yet. So that's going to be the end of that. Now back to the board and see what else we're going to do. It's still our turn. All right. We have a pesky gate up here at Arwasa. We have the Necronomicon. We can spend 2 experience points to discard any gate, and we can do this once per turn. So we are indeed doing that. We're going to spend 2 of our 6 experience to discard this gate. And we don't get experience for the gate because it's just discarded, but it is gone. Okay, I think we're going to do 1 more quick turn, and that's going to be the end of this episode. So let's take a look at the... Well, let's just do 1 more turn. We've cleaned everything off of every cult board. I cannot believe it, but we have. We're going to do 1 more turn to end off the episode. So, wow, we have no gates, no minions, no horrors, nothing. We have cleaned every cult off. Drawing 4 cards for our last turn of this episode. I cannot believe how well we're doing. Okay, 4 cards. What are we getting? Well, okay, we get a little bit of everything. We have a 2 dice horror at the Cthulhu board. Sleeping, no minions. We have a 3 dice horror at the Nyarlathotep board. Sleeping, no minions. We have a CF power-up. Gain no experience for value 2 to 4 minions on this board. Well, okay, that's not too exciting. We'll put that beside the CF board. And House Behind Meadow Hill. You open the door to a bedroom, but your feet will not move. There's nothing to buy, so we're going right into this. Evil experiments have been done here that violate the sanctity between life and death. So it's a danger 1. We need a 6. And if saved, discard any 1 minion in each cult board with 2 or more. We have no minions. Otherwise, we discard a follower. Then you discard this card. Don't really want to discard a follower, so we're going to have to go and do this. Let's send Herbert West and the Madman over here to look after that. So that's, well, actually we don't need to do that. Let's send the Madman over here, because if he gets discarded by rolling a 1, although he can't roll a 1 because he adds 1, before checking for danger, add 1 to his investigation die roll, so he's not going to fail. So he gets a die, I get a free die on investigations, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So let's go ahead and do the investigation first and see how he does over there. All right, we're going to start off with the Madman. Now he gets to, before checking for danger, for checking for danger, so he cannot get killed by this. So even if he rolls a 1, it will automatically become a 2. So he rolls a 4, boom, which automatically becomes, if I can find it, a 5. We need a 6, so we cannot fail this. 2, 7, we pass. So basically the bad thing doesn't happen. Discard any minion. Well, we have no minions at all. So we have successfully done that investigation. The Madman has been used, so he's basically tapped for the rest of his turn. Back to attacking boards. Alright, so I'm kind of shooting it like this because we have a 2 dice sleeping horror. Whoops, this is a 3 dice, I believe. Yes, a 3 dice sleeping horror for Nyarlathotep. A 2 dice sleeping horror here on Cthulhu. We're going to go up to the Nyarlathotep board and attack it. We're going to be rolling our 3 regular dice. It does not matter. We don't need a combo to take it out because it's sleeping. However, if we do roll a 1 on the red die, we're going to take a wound. So let's go to the dice tray. So we're going to do that first. Then we're going to do a second attack with a hurry spell, and we're going to attack the sleeping Cthulhu one. So let's go ahead and roll up those 2 attacks. All right, the 3 dice sleeping horror is going down. There's no way that it can't. The only thing that could burn me is if I roll a 1 on the red die, which I do not. So I have a 4, 2, and a 6. Again, the 3 dice make no difference when they're sleeping. Destroyed the Shantax. And again, cool artwork. I get 3 experience points for destroying the sleeping horror. So there's 3, and then yes, I'm going to spend 2 immediately for the hurry spell, and we're going to attack the 2 dice sleeping minion on a Cthulhu board with no minions protecting it. Again, we don't want a 1 on the red die, but we get a 6 on the red die. And again, it doesn't matter what 2 dice you use. Boom! It is destroyed. The Amatsaba gets destroyed by us, and that gets us 2 experience points. Okay, and we have more to do. I'm going to use now the research ability of our assistant. It costs 3 experience, so that's going to take us down to 4 experience. But she can get rid of a 1 cult power on the board, and we're going to get rid of this annoying CF card, which is gain no experience for 2 to 4 minions on the board. So that is destroyed and gone from our researcher. All right, let's go to 50,000 feet, and this is going to be the end of the episode. I think we are smoking. All right, wrapping up episode 4. Wow, we have no minions, no gates, no horrors on any of the cult boards. The only thing we have out in play is we have the Arwasa power, which says add 1 to the value of all minions on the cult board, and the Nyarlathotep pay 2 extra experience to cast a spell, cast the seal gate spell on this cult. So wow, we are doing well. We've got the Necronomicon, we have the Assistant, we have the Madman Herbert West, 4 experience, no damage to our health dice. We've gone through probably 1/3 or more of the card deck now, episode 4. So again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos. If you do, boy, we're doing well. So join me in episode 5 for the continuation of the Cards of Cthulhu with the Beyond the Veil expansion. Maybe we can pull this one off, but I don't know. We have a lot of cards left to go. So thanks so much for watching, and join me in the next episode.